girder. Owns the lumber mill, if I'm not mistaken. Pillar of the community. Not prone to flights of fancy. And you're sure Helgen was destroyed by a dragon? This wasn't some Stormcloak raid gone wrong? Really? You're certainly forthright about your criminal past. But it's none of my concern who the Imperials want to execute, especially now. What I want to know is, what exactly happened at Helgen?
Did you hear something? Where are you?
I should have guessed Ulfric would be mixed up in this. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon? Over here!
By the order of the Jarl. Stop right there.
If the news from Helgen is true, well, there's no telling. Please, you have to listen.
What would you have me do then? Nothing?
My lord, please. This is no time for rash action. I just think we need more information before we act.
Who's this then? Well, I trust you have something vitally important to tell me.
Did you hear something?
Important enough to interrupt me in the middle of council?
Hey, there's someone there.
I'm getting out of here. Somebody help.
Challenge! It's nothing. No!
Someone do something!
Cleared out, that's the last of them.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgrup is not receiving visitors. As House Carl, my job is to deal with all dangers that threaten the Jarl or his people. So you have my attention. Now explain yourself. Whatever you have to say to the Jarl, you can say to me. I'm
all right,
starting to
Irina.
think...
I want to hear what he has to say.
How do you feel? I think you might be sick. Then? What do you need, my friend? Looks like you've already got someone with you. Need something? Looks like you've already got someone with you. Looks like you've already got someone with you.
What's this about Riverwood being in danger? Gerda owns the lumber mill, if I'm not mistaken. Pillar of the community, not prone to flights of fancy. And you're sure Helgen was destroyed by a dragon? This wasn't some Stormcloak raid gone wrong? Really? You're certainly forthright about your criminal past. But it's none of my concern who the Imperials want to execute, especially now. What I want to know is, what exactly happened at Helgen? I should have guessed Ulfric would be mixed up in this. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls? Against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
The Jarl of Falkreath will view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while a dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
By the order of the Jarl. Stop right there. Smart man.
Farengar, I think I've found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him. In with all the details. Bring back this tablet that Farengar wants, and I'll be in your debt. That tablet is your priority now. Bring that back from Bleak Falls Barrow, and I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about. That tablet is your priority now. Bring that back from Bleak Falls Barrow, and I'm sure we'll have a lot.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
Hello. Oh, hi. I'm glad I ran into you. I was wondering if...
Hello, ladies. Is there anything a big, strong man can do for you this fine day?
I don't know. If you see anything
Straight to the point,
around,
eh? No need for tedious hows and whys. I like that. Leave those details to your betters, am I right? I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there. Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources. I'm not surprised you've never heard of it. Even I used to think it was just a myth. But not anymore. The Dragon War was a real event, although only the barest glimmer of the actual events has come down to us. Far back in the Mythic era, the dragons were worshipped as gods in Skyrim. Many of the monumental ruins that still dot the landscape were in fact built as temples to the dragons. The details are lost, but at some point, the Nords rebelled. After a long and terrible war, the Nords overthrew their dragon overlords. Oh no, many were killed, of course, but many survived into historical times. Why, this very palace was built by one of Balgruf's ancestors to hold a captive dragon. Hence its name, Dragon's Reach. Ah, student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor, then use the arcane enchanter to learn its secrets. The item is destroyed in the process, so be wary. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to enchant. You'll use the arcane enchanter for that too. Of course, I have everything you need for sale if you have the coin. You make an interesting offer. Very well, I'm sure that I can put the extra coin to good use. If you change your mind, you know where to find me. I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense. Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task. A prospective student, are you? Well, I'm afraid I'm not much good at teaching. You should try your luck at the College of Winterhold. If I said that was a tedious question, would you be smart enough to know what I meant? Probably not. As long as I'm left alone to pursue my research, I don't care who gives the orders. Now, I'm a busy man, and your pointless questions are boring me terribly. Good day.
This is a priority now. Anything we can use to fight this dragon, or dragons, we need it.
Yeah?
Before it's too
Yeah?
late.
Of course, Jarl
Oh,
Balgruf.
yeah.
You seem to have found me an able assistant.
Yeah.
I'm sure he will prove most useful.
Succeed at this.
Oh,
You'll be
I
rewarded.
thought you were already on your way
White
to
Run will be in
Bleakfalls.
your debt.
Sadly, no. My work affords me few opportunities for such an adventure. Perhaps some hero will bring one to Dragon's Reach, like old Olaf one I once did. What a fascinating conversation that would be. I'll put it simply, so you'll understand. I advise the Jarl in matters of magic. If the Hold is faced with any threats or mysteries of a magical nature, I am called upon to explain things and suggest a course of action. Hopefully that answer will satisfy you. Good day. I'll put it simply, so you'll understand. I advise the Jarl in matters of magic. If the Hold is faced with any threats or mysteries of a magical nature, I am called upon to explain things and suggest a course of action. Hopefully that answer will satisfy you. Good day.
We've stopped. I will remain on guard here. Are we going? As you will, my Thane. I will protect you with my life.
You're like me, eh? Don't fancy those clunky two-handed weapons. Thinking of settling in? There's a house for sale, Breeze Hall. You should talk to the steward up in the keep if you're interested. Hail, Summoner. Fear not. Come dragon or giant, we'll be there.